Transforming lives, making a difference. That's what the Franciscan Ministries Foundation is all about. Franciscan Ministries Foundation is the fundraising office of the Sisters of St. Francis of Philadelphia. Over the years, we've always depended on our faith in God and trusted in God's care for us. And since our founding in 1855, we've always relied on the generosity of God's people to join us in our mission. Like St. Francis, our sisters were often found going door to door, begging for money to help those who are poor and in need. Time and methods have changed, but the need remains the same, to respond to the needs of those who are poor. Our foundress, Mother Frances Bachman, said, "As long as God does not stop giving to us, we shall not stop giving to the poor." And it's only through your generous donations that we are able to help so many others. Many of us have an inner voice, calling us to make a difference for good in the lives of others, calling us to give back. One way you can do that is by partnering with us. By supporting the Franciscan Ministries Foundation, you can bring about life changes. Your donations transform lives. Why? How? Because of the way your donations are used, to help people become more self-sufficient, to teach them skills they need to better their situation, and to help them break the cycle of poverty.
I think it's very important to support the work that the Sisters of St. Francis do, and especially if you have benefited from their kindness and their lives' work, as I have. It's a joy to be able to give something back in return. I think they're so open and welcoming. They adapt to the needs that they see around. They're dedicated to their vows and the service that they give, and they do it with joy. I think the sisters devote their energies to looking after the poorest of the people in our society, and they do it with love and concern and generosity and joy.
Your donations help further the congregation's mission. That means helping to support the ministries in which our sisters are involved, especially with those who are poor. It means providing for our retired sisters, women who have given their lives to serve God's people. Did you know that we are solely responsible for caring for our members into retirement? Many people think the Catholic Church assumes responsibility for our sisters in their retirement years, but our congregation is self-supporting. Without financial help from outside organizations, entities, or individuals, those costs are staggering.
My personal feelings towards the sisters run very deep, because when I go to treat them, I get much more than I give. And it's like the first day I walked into the Sissy house. You just felt something, and I guess I'll call it love. And that's what we need more of. And that's why I like coming back, because it fills my heart.
And if we're to continue our work with people who need us most, we must generate the funds to provide not only for today's needs, but for tomorrow's needs as well. How can you help? How can you transform lives? There are many ways to give, whether you're considering a gift now or in the future.
One of the things that's most impressive about this is the sisters really try to match up the needs of the donors with those of the organizations that they're involved in. And the sisters are involved in so many different organizations, and even if they're not directly involved, many times they're indirectly involved to make sure that the donors really feel good about how their money is being used. So for especially wealthy individuals that want to make sure that their money is used specifically for the charitable event or the charitable organization, the sisters really can match that up and make a big difference in feeling good about how that money is spent. The Franciscan Ministries Foundation is just a terrific organization. One of the most impressive things I found is that 100% of the money that's raised goes to those missions, and that's very unusual with most charitable organizations, and something that at this stage our Franciscan Ministry Foundation is really trying to work towards, making sure that the sisters' retirement is what they deserve after having dedicated their life to God and the people.
Yes, your donation is all about transforming lives all over the world. Our missions are up and down the east and west coasts, and in states in between, and our missions are outside the U.S. Wherever you want to help, there's a place for you. Your dollars can provide a young boy in Ireland with a life skill, support a sister of St. Francis in Africa who gives an infant with AIDS the love and care the child's own family cannot give. Your dollars can help finance the remodeling of a retirement residence for our sisters in their autumn years, or provide a high school education and empowerment to young women at the Catholic High School of Baltimore. Your donations provide counseling to a family member at St. Joseph Family Center in Spokane, Washington, or provide a temporary home for a displaced family at St. Mary's Franciscan Shelter in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, or tutor children and families living in poverty in South Carolina. It's only with help from our generous donors that our sisters can continue their commitment to their ministries, such as the sister in Delaware who comforts people living with AIDS, the sister in California who directs a refugee rights program, the sister in Washington State who runs a clothing bank and tutoring program for children. Your donations help the sister in Ireland who is an addiction counselor, women learning skills to be self-sufficient at transitions in Spokane, Washington, the sister in Kentucky in outreach to the people there who are unchurched, poor, and in need, the sister in Pennsylvania who comforts families in a hospital emergency room.
There's all kinds of gifts. Many times in the Franciscan Ministries Foundation, some of our larger gifts are actually left by estates. So many times people will leave a bequest to the sisters in their will. Also, normally from a tax viewpoint, it is better to make lifetime gifts. So obviously cash gifts are, very much appreciated, but from a tax standpoint, giving, for example, appreciated stock, there are significant tax advantages to doing that, as well as possibly getting involved with gifts of, we can set up annuities for the individuals if they need an income stream, or various other strategies that might be, needed or involved.
Know that every dollar, every penny that's donated supports the ministries directly. Administrative costs are our responsibility, so 100% of your gift helps those in need. You may restrict your gift, which means you can specify which ministry you would like to support. Unrestricted gifts allow us to help ministries most in need. And of course, donations for sisters' retirement needs will go directly to help those sisters. Contact the Franciscan Ministries Foundation to learn more about what your donations can do and to find the best giving opportunity for your situation, or make your donation online. We invite you to partner with us by supporting the Franciscan Ministries Foundation. We invite you to transform lives. We invite you to embrace the future. Leave a legacy which will impact those who need our support for years to come.